All right, let's knock out. Okay, let's knock out chapter 43. 29 slides. We'll blow through it. All right. So, gaining access, patient extrication. You need to plan ahead. Come up with a plan, come up with a backup plan, and then come up with a backup plan to that plan. We're going to go over gaining access, extrication, stabilizing, extrication, disentanglement techniques. We're gonna go over some of it. On a box by yourself, you're not gonna do it. That's fireman. That's fire department's job. So a lot of times, dispatch can tell you if it is a rescue. Be familiar with the locations that can present access difficulties. Car wrecks anticipate where a vehicle entrapment may be likely, i.e., front driver passenger seats. When you get there, 360 BSI scene safe. Evaluate the need for extrication, fire suppression, additional resources, basically. Whatever additional resources you need, call for them. If you know it's a rescue, check and make sure fire is en route if you're private EMS. All right. Sorry, Sonic started this strawberry Sprite. It is real good. Anyways, PPE. Wear protective PPE. Oh, look. Another chapter with that vest, the specific class 2 or 3 vest with the numbers. That's probably going to be on a test. I would take note of that. If you work for a department, for a service that gives you turnout gear, which is firefighter gear, obviously wear that for extrication, or they might give you extrication gear. Scene safety, you're going to look for electrical lines. Obviously, if it's on a car or down around by a car, you're not going to go up to it. Try to control traffic if you can. Hey, PD's job is traffic control. Use them. Like I said, I always park in front of the wreck because I'd rather them hit the wrecked out cars already than my ambulance. So kind of go over your hybrid fuel or hybrid vehicles, your natural gas vehicles. Know where the kill switches are, the battery disconnects. If you are in a position where you're extricating or whatever, know where to cut, where not to cut. No, don't puncture the lithium ion battery of the Tesla. And if it's on fire, don't put water on it. You can get on YouTube and watch a million firemen and a million paramedics getting hit by airbags. We've had a captain in Richardson get hit by one. If they're not deployed, assume that they could deploy. Even if you turn the car off, pull the key out, they say it takes 10 seconds to de-energize. I've seen it take 30 or more seconds. I've seen it take a long time. So if they're not deployed, assume they can deploy. Energy absorbing bumpers, there's little pistons in them, and when they get loaded, if they haven't released back, don't stand in front of a car. Always try to stand on the sides. We have a guy that he was on a car fire and one of those exploded and almost ripped his leg off. So take this stuff seriously. So try to figure out how many patients you have, and also look for clues if you might have more patients involved that you don't see right in front of you. Empty child seats are a good one. Always asking if they're altered. Have PD try to find a way to get in contact with somebody that might know them, that might know if they had a kid with them or not. Because sometimes, for some reason, kids might not be in the car seat and they get ejected. And I found people like 100 feet away from the car in tall grass where we just happened to be walking around trying to see if we found anybody else and happened to find them. Your unit should have a fire extinguisher. Make sure the vehicle's stabilized before you get in it or whatever you have to do. Turn off the engine, set the parking brake. If you have cribbing or chalk, you can use that behind tires and stuff to stabilize it. Don't go popping holes in tires if the car has minimal damage. Let the fire department do that. If you feel like you need to remove the battery, go ahead. But before you do, you better unlock all the doors and lower the windows and stuff. You could have a simple access. You could have a complex access that requires tools. Might have forced entry. If you do, request fire and PD. Let them do it. Unless it's like a code or person down and you seal, then do whatever you have to do to get inside. Excuse me. Your job is patient care, first and foremost. Approach the vehicle from the front, but approach it from the side. Like if you're walking up to a car, walk at it at like a 45 instead of right in front of it. Come in from the sides where you're still walking towards the front of it. Try before you pry. Always check doors before you just go start destroying stuff. So the role of an EMT, unless you're for some reason in command or whatever, or you're with a service that does this, like New Orleans, they handle a lot of the extrication and stuff. They have the rescue squads that run around. Then you do scene size up. I mean, same thing that you've been going over the last 43 chapters. Care for a patient. We're not going to go over it because you already know it. If you need to stabilize it, if you have the stuff, you can. Here's how to do it. I'm not going over it. Y'all can read up on it. Just basically chalk the tires. So I guess one of the really important deals is if you're inside with the patient and fire's having to extricate them and cut the car up, they're going to be covered. You need to be covered, have helmet, shield, or helmet, safety glasses, gloves, put a tarp over you and the patient, whatever. Your job is patient safety and patient protection, and talk to the patient while they're doing whatever they're doing. Hey, you're going to hear some popping. Hey, you're going to, if you feel anything, you need to tell me right now. I had a really bad extrication not too long ago, and the patient was able to tell us as we were doing stuff if we were hurting her or not, more than what she already was. So that kind of thing. Keep that in mind. Talk to the patient. The more talking you do helps keep them calm. But, don't freak them out. Don't be like, oh, now they're doing this and blah, blah, blah. Just, keep calm, talk to them, okay? So, remember, your job is patient care. First and foremost, though, you have to protect yourself. Don't get in a car if you don't have anything to protect yourself in a car while they're cutting it up. And that's it, guys.